Yo, what's up, guys? Before we come to the deck profile, I want to say first sorry why this video ending so randomly at the end, because I think 1 or 2 minutes are missed. So I would just want to say sorry about that, and also want to make big free shoutouts. The first shout out goes to Team Omni X from Frost. This is the team where Jill's from, and the second shout out goes to their sponsoring, like the Dragoncard shop. And also, thanks for this nice thumbnail for Marmeo, our artist from France. If you guys want to check them out, I just put all the links from their social medias in the description. Just check them out. And let's start with the deck profile. Let's go. So what's up, guys? We're here with the second place, Jill from which country?
Well, I'm Portuguese, but I'm from French player base.
Okay, so first of all, congrats with your second place today at the European Digimon Championship.
Thank you
So,
very much.
how was your day one?
Day one, I came here with very little expectations. I just couldn't find the deck that I like to play that was good in the meta. The meta was not really a good meta to play in. So I just went with the Goro Reliable, and I started testing it, and it was testing well. I was having fun, so I was, you know what? I'll just take it. Whatever happens, happens, and I just kept winning.
So you decided to play maybe your goated deck, right?
Yeah, gotta play with the old crocodile, good old Leviathan.
Yeah, first of all, here's the trophy, here's the playmat, the prize card, and you guys fight to Japan.
Finally.
Finally. Okay,
Trip to Japan.
let's start with the deck because the people want to see how the goat plays the best deck.
Best deck Leviathan. I mean, the deck hasn't changed a lot, but you know, the good old classic Dark Animal engine always starts with a Tunamon, draw a card when you trash one, basically makes them you draw one, trash one into a +1. Not really much a change.
Yeah, nothing
there.
special.
As a follow-up, you know, the 4 Goblies, gain the memory, be able to do that double X for 0. Always the still good part of the base of the engine. Then we got the team of Floodgates, 2 Gazis, 2 Psychmons, because the meta had quite a few Royal Knights, but this works as well versus Hoodie that spam Yugo's, and this also prevents them from reducing the Tamer's play cost. So there has happened where Hoodie pops Yugo.
I'm sorry, if you are going to keep playing, you can go to the.
So as I was saying, because this prevents Yugo from reducing play costs from the Tamers as well. So it has happened where I have this on board. The Hoodie players don't respect it. They pop a Yugo to try to play a, let's say, either a Shitose for 2 or cycle the Yugo and play it for 1. And then just realize they passed turn because they didn't respect this.
Okay, yeah.
And Gazi is still Gazi. There's a lot of memory gain in the meta. Even if it gets destroyed quite frequently, there are times where this is almost basically a checkmate, locking them to 1 with no other resource besides boosts that are basically useless.
So you are fine with 2 of 2?
Yeah, 2 of 2 I thought was a good ratio to see the one I need all the time. If I change anything, if I was playing like a 3-1, then there would be a good chance that I do not see it when I need it. Like for the Royal Knights, if I don't see the Psychmon, then it just gets harder. Versus Hoodie, if I don't see the Gazi, it gets harder. So 2-2 was the good ratio for me.
Okay.
Then the trio of 1-ofs in basically this is the utility rookies. Gabo X basically searches half the deck, being able to get the Protoforms, get the Dober X's, get the Serb X's, get the Levia X, basically searches my entire engine plus my top end, and sets up the trash with it. Labra for the recursion, the inheritable also comes up a lot when I play by effects, but basically being able to recycle Anubis, broken card, being able to use it twice, always good, get the piece that I'm missing. Lopmon, the plus 3k, being able to OTK large DP decks like Royal Knights,
Demon Lords, maybe?
Demon Lords, Jessmon that likes to play the Omni X, the Jess GX. Any deck basically where if I see, let's say game 1, I see the card being searched and I see the Omni X, next game I will not attempt a no TK at all in at security without seeing this first. Then for the 4s, we got the 3 Dobers, just basically, I always like 3 Dobers because one, from the amount of early plays that I like to do, either I like to go Goblin into boost or Goblin into this Dober, being able to next turn, being able to do a Dober X for 0, gain the memory already, Even if I'm a little brick somewhere, basically being able to cycle my hand for 0, plus the draw 1, trash 1 from the double X, give blocker, but a lot of people forget that this gives blocker the draw 1 to replenish my hand from doing certain plays. Just really good card in the engine. And of course, the comes in with the 4 Dober X card, basically allowing Gobbly to go into this for 1, allow me to make the most efficient stack possible. Still a classic, still good. Don't hit it, Bandai, please. Then the one of Octo, basically if my opponent tries to play too much around Levia, not do much with its own game plan, Octo just to force a token to be played while their trash is empty. Or versus Royal Knights, where if they don't trash Omechas or if they don't trash Magnas, then Octo to play a token, be able to go into Levia X and do all the plays that you need to do. Also, the token a lot of times has been able to mess with people's scrambles, mess with people's... I can't remember what I did earlier on, like versus BT-13 Gallants versus all the Gallants, give them a token to prevent them to be able to reduce their cost. Just giving them the token can be annoying and slow down the game to a certain extent, so really good card as a one-of. And the all turns also, when my opponent plays by effect, I gain a memory. This has caught hoodie players off guard a lot of the time, where they do like perfect hoodie-mon and go to 0 memory, and then they just leave the stack where this is under alone, and then I'm just like, well, if you're done with your effects, game 1, now it's my turn.
You know, they had turn pass, right?
Yeah.
So you're really fine with 1.
Yeah, it's all because it does not, even though it's good, it's not enough on its own. It needs the support around it, so seeing it more often would really be helpful. Because for this memory gain to be valuable, I need to have pressure somewhere else on the board.
Okay.
Then to finish off the engine, we got the legendary, the Cerberus X. Being able to play a level 3, draw 1, trash 1, play a level 3, extra trash setup, being able to set up the second stack. Of course, a common play when I want to go for an OTK, have the Protoform underneath Cerberus, play out a rookie, evil that rookie into Octo, play the token, go into Levia X, and just go and do a lot of plays. Like, there are a lot of games yesterday and today too where I basically lost because I did not see him. Even though he's a 4-of, sometimes the deck is like that. Like, if I'm missing the 5, even if I see the other 5s, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's still hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really powerful card. Plus the unsuspend, like, it's what I love about Levia. I'm a real hard control deck, but this allows me to have a switch to say, okay, the game is done now and I will finish it.
Really important card, yeah.
Then the one of Cerberus, I really want to play 2 of these, but no space. What do you do? Being able to recover a dark animal, so either a level 4 that I'm missing, or even the Cerberus X, if it was hidden security, and then I'll find it, then I can go get it back, go get a 4, so that when I play a 3, I have a 4 to go into. But most importantly, something that came up constantly throughout the whole tournament has been the rush. Being able to give rush to one of my bodies, my opponent may think he's safe, he's in a safe range, and then just going to this, even from a scramble. I've done at least 3 times in this tournament where I go from a scramble into this, then into Cerbex, and now this stack gained the rush, and now I'm able to finish the game when my opponent thought it was fine. I really want to play it at 2, but I feel like the meta does not allow me to be
Yeah, the space is really tight right now.
If it wasn't for Hoodie, maybe, but not anymore.
Okay.
Then the Dragos, the other card that allows me to activate my Biting Crushes, activate my Levia X's, force my opponent to play around this. This just basically allows me to be, it's very proactive, a very proactive card, but can also be a reactive card in certain matchups, because a lot of people forget that he has an all turns effect, it's not a your turn effect. So if my opponent plays by effect, I get to play the same level or lower. And something that happened in the top 16, I played versus Royal Knights, and I left this on board and the Psychmon, and they had the Purge on board with Omni X underneath Drazel, and I knew that to get the Psychmon out of the board the most efficient way possible, he had to play the Purge. So he purged, so that he played by effect level 7, so with Drago effect I was able to play a Levia from trash. and people never expect that. Even in another game where versus Jesmon, they did Digivolve my Anubis and played a level 3 with by effect. Drago played a Labra, get back the Anubis, and I just kept cycling like that. So I really like the flexibility of this card.
Yeah, some people still don't know what this card does.
Yeah,
right?
it gets them really confused.
Yeah.
Now for the start of the show.
Yeah, the main boss.
The main boss, we can put his little 3 Levia, 3 Levia X. In a purple deck like this that draws and discards a ton, you do not need 4 of these ever. You will, more often than not, always find them. If you don't find them, well, tough luck. It's
unlucky,
game.
yeah.
But basically, in this meta, these cards do just so much. Like being able to clear an opponent's board, the fact that Levia can pop 2 things at 2 different timings in a sense, where I have to complete this effect before my opponent can do any on play. So let's say if I do Levia versus a Shakumon,
yeah,
he has to play something before I finish triggering Levia, so I will kill whatever body he plays afterwards, and at that point he can just not recover. Then having just Levia on board, Levia X and trash, being able to kill tamers, kill whatever bodies there are on the board, and just being immense damage, like sec +1, sec +2, with the ability to restand due to the Dark Animal engine. Like the deck performed really well, thanks to like these cards are just facing the test of time really well, and I think this is a meta where this deck can really shine. Like the meta as it is, filled with Hoodie, I do believe this deck is like one of the best decks thanks to how these cards interact.
Yeah, because people still don't know how to play around these cards.
Yeah, if you can set up the traps well, as I like to say, like they will always fumble somewhere. They will fumble somewhere. They will trigger Binding Crush. They will trigger Levia at the wrong timing, and you just as a pilot of Levia, you have to know that your timing's really well. Know when to tell your opponent, stop right there. You triggered this, and you have nothing else you can do until I decide yes or no on this trigger.
Yeah, that's the game knowledge, right? So
yeah, it comes down to game. This deck really rewards game knowledge.
Yes.
Anubis is Anubis, you know.
You still play one?
I mean, I cannot play more. If I could, I would. If I could, I would. Like, people still be like, what do you mean this is not once per turn? Like, Anubis in this deck is just, you play a different game when you draw Anubis.
Okay.
When you go into Anubis, the game feels different. You're no longer playing Levia, you're playing Anubis, and Levia is the support. I have done a game versus Hoodie where I put him to 9 memory, and the play was just Anubis effect, play Levia for 7, I mean. And then pop 2 things, gain 2 memory, so I basically play Levia for 5. And now, if I have 7 lightnings, if I have Levia X and trash, they are basically looking like, do I control the Levia to not get hit with binding, with Levia X? But if I don't control Anubis, it'll just do it again next turn. So yeah, Anubis is still really strong. Rune mode, same. Still, the kill tamers. Hoodiemon, for example, can play around Rune mode with a simple setter. He plays 1 setter plus 1k to everything. His level 4s are now 6k. Rune mode does nothing. But Levia X can kill the setter. So a lot of my checkmate boards versus Hoodie is just Levia X, 3 checks, finish on Ruin. I'm presenting lethal somewhere else on the board. Something I like to. I don't like just to do Ruin mode to do Ruin mode. I need to show my opponent I have lethal next turn if you don't control this, and you're locked out of your level 4s. You have the choice: hardcast Hoodie and try anything you can to control the rest of the board. Otherwise, this is just a checkmate card. Options, I mean, this is the classic spread.
Yeah, classic staples for purple.
Purple, yeah, this is basically the staple for any stack deck. Just 4 trainings, 3 boosts. Some decks can play the 4th boost. I didn't find the space for it. I think this was fine. In terms of consistency, I saw them pretty much almost every opening hand.
Yeah, true.
And if I don't see this, like I said, I can do Gobbly Dober, and then I do see one of them, and I just can keep setting it up. Just classic, nothing fancy to talk about. The one of Scramble, it really comes up. Like when I see Scramble, I like to put it on board because thanks to the Cerberus that I was talking about, like since it gives rush, purple Scramble can just be game ending if my opponent gives me way too much memory. And even if they do not give me a lot of memory, the engine is just so memory efficient.
Yeah.
And Scramble just aids, just helps with that.
Did you ever play like 2 or something like that? Did you test 2?
I tried testing 2, but the slots that it was taking, I was missing them for other things.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the 2, I mean, before that, Protoform, these are only 2. There are actually 4.
Okay.
But I wanted to pimp the deck, and 2 buddies of mine lended me 2 Altar Protoforms, so all the deck could be all nice and shiny.
So no 2, 4 Protoform.
There's 4. You don't play 2. You
Yeah.
do not do that. I've lost games because I didn't see the 1 and I'm playing 4. But yeah, it glues the engine together, makes it really efficient, has recursion, recovery. Well, I've won games because of this recovering. It's just extremely powerful. Then if my opponent has to hit it, they have to give it to me back. Just keep going. Like extremely powerful card. Also, thank you Bandai for the reprint. And now these 2.
So that's interesting right now.
So if people have paid attention to Moment's list from the United States, Leviathan that also did 2nd place
Yes.
in the United States, he does not play Binding Crush.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
But it was a different meta. It did not have Hoodie. This meta called for Binding Crush. Binding Crush won me so many games. Like it's mandatory in this meta. The Hoodie sometimes cannot go over Binding Crush, and not just Hoodie, like the new Sakuya having to play tokens. The fact that tokens don't have a level means Leviathan will always try to bite the Sakuya. This card is basically, it's a huge trap card. Being able to also, being a security bomb, but also has saved me, is just, a lot of players just cannot get around this. And if by any chance you put 2 on the board, it's just checkmate. Just an amazing card. Really fun card to use as well. And then 7 lining, the Levi X option basically means you can this plus Levi X and you clean everything on the board. I always play 2 because this can be bricky. If it's line security and it's flooding your hand versus a matchup that does not play by effects and it's just a brick, this is a trash target, so it does not brick as much. But if you see it too much and you don't have a way to cycle it, if you're actual in hard brick situation, sometimes it just will not help you. And sometimes I had to see 2 of them to break something like a Jesmon board. But yeah, this plus the Levias, and basically you win against most hoodies that just don't high roll you. Even just playing this turn 1, I've done games versus hoodie, just Goblin Raising, Binding Crush, you go. This is the most this is the